What is up, everyone? Flex is here bringing you guys Advent Calendar Day 6. And boy, is it a doozy. Oh boy. Anyway, let's get right into it. The EU server, I almost said E25. Oh my god, why would I say that? That's crazy. The Moods is on sale for World of Tanks EU. And let's talk about the Moods real quick. The offer on hand is absolute trash. Where the fuck are the actual sales at this point? Like, I thought we were memeing hard with these things. But, like, literally 15% off. It's not much of a sale, okay? So, you can get it bundled and unbundled. The bundle is, like, fucking 45 euros or something like that. Something ridiculous. Anyway, the boots, how good is it? This is with all the shenanigans on there. It has for the 80 feet range, which means you can get to 445 if you have Brothers in Arms, Recon, and a situational awareness, and you don't have to run food, which is nice, because as a breathing tank, you probably want to grind some credits. However, the tank itself is a fairly lackluster with low DPM, no real armor to speak of, and it has a decent gun handling and, you know, pretty good maneuverability. If you compare it to the other tier 8 that is for sale for the Germans, the Benter 88, you basically have less DPM with a slightly less accurate gun, but you do have minus 10 gun depression, which is pretty rare on German tanks. And like I said, you have a lot more maneuverability, which is very nice combined with the view range. The armor is not that great. I mean, 90 hull at a, you know, somewhat of a slope. The turret armor will bounce sometimes because it's, you know, fairly decently angled, but overall, I mean, a fairly meh tank in all regards. 240 alpha, you know, there's nothing really special going on. And I think for my sake, you would be better off with, like, you know, the Primo Victoria or something like that, where it's pretty much, you know, another 240 alpha gun. But, you know, Primo at least has that turret armor going for it. But yeah, I do think it's a better purchase than the Panther 88. So if you're looking to buy a German crew member training, you know, it's not bad, it's not great, it's somewhere in the middle. Some people will pick it up, and you know, like I said, it's not great. You have to be careful though. The hull is extremely weak in the sides and back, so HE will be a pain in the ass, or maybe even the sides, because that's only 30. So something to keep in mind. Again, is it really worth the price, like 30 euros or something like that? Like, I don't know. I personally don't think so. I really hoped Warrior would give us better options than this, because this is not even off. This is not 50% off, and this is just 15% off because of all the bullshit they add to it. So not much of an offer outside of just offering a tank that's not always for sale for some reason, for artificial uniqueness. So yeah, not too convinced on this one. However, I do think it's better than the Panther 88. So if you're dying to get a tier 8 German medium crew trainer, then this would be it. Although I would still say that if you go to your local tech tree and you get yourself a Panther M10, I think you're even better off, because I think I have a lot more fun in the Panther M10 than I ever would have in the Moods or Panther 88. Limited matchmaking, all that jazz. And the Panther M10 can be 30% off with regular deals in the weekends and stuff like this, and Christmas time it might be 30% off as well, or, you know, New Year's. So Panther M10 is, I think, worth it way more than the Moods in that regard, if you really want the crew trainer. So I really love my M10, so I'll keep promoting it every time I can. Alright, now for the real fucking meme, and that is that NA and Asia, as you can see, both have the E25 for sale, where the EU doesn't. I don't know why they suddenly differentiate between the EU, Asia, and NA. I don't know why, if they've gone broke whilst the EU hasn't sold it yet. So this also means that EU will get it, right? If they don't, there's gonna be fucking riots in the streets. Alright, cities will be burning and all that jazz. So what do we get for the E25? It's only sold in a bundle because fuck you, and it's 7,650 gold extra because no fucking reason. You have missions that are limited in time, although it is 1st of February 2018, for 15 wins, and personal reserve 300% crew experience for 1 hour. So, E25s, there's one thing I have to say right away, because it's one big ass fucking meme, at least in the Twitch chat, and it usually is in the YouTube comment section as well, and that is when they withdrew the E25 from sales in 2015, where they said basically, you know, the it's a superb tank, it's OP as fuck basically. And then there's like, unfortunately, there's another side of the success story. The total number of E25 vehicles in the game is steadily increasing, which leads to an imbalance in the battles of respective tiers. Basically, they're saying is, we're fucking over tier 7s and 6s really fucking hard right now. And it's becoming the fucking next Black Plague. So we're gonna remove it from the shop because everybody's buying it. Because it's really fucking good playing against tier 7s and 6s and 5s in an E25. Because for some reason, we made this monstrosity that's too small, then we can go on and on. But basically, E25 too OP, we're gonna remove it because everybody is buying it. We would like to keep the E25 in the state we all love it for. Basically, they don't want to nerf it because then they'll have to give refunds, and they don't want to do that because of, you know, the legal law in every country that people buy these things in is different and will be a legal mess if you want to nerf this one. Basically, that's what they're saying. Any painful changes in the rebalancing. Basically, painful refunds and all that. It's basically what they're saying. Therefore, made the difficult decision, the easy decision, to gradually withdraw the vehicle from sales and give it the status of exclusive vehicles, just like Type 9, KB5, blah, 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 blah. Thus, we cannot rule out the possibility that the E25 will be obtained in the premium shop during special events or as a reward for participation in competitions in the future. So they never said that they were never going to resell it again. And I know it's not a big fucking meme, but some people take it seriously when they, you know, they quote Wargaming as saying that they will never sell it ever again. And I do believe they said something similar about the Type 59 even, but I think they said in recent years that they're only going to use it as competition rewards or something like that. So I wouldn't keep your breath up for the Type 59 this Christmas. But yeah, so it was always in the books. Last year they sold it as well. I still stand by what I said then, which basically comes down to, I don't think it's a good idea to sell it. You know, I have it. Hell, I even free marked it. I get the fucking memes, but you know, it's. I would gladly give away my E25 and my free marks and all that shit if it meant the whole server would never get it, right? Like, for me, the E25 is just gonna make life a little bit miserable in a time where people playing a lot of games, right? This month, you know, when you're in December, November, December, January, those months are usually the busiest on Twitch. They're usually the busiest on Steam. It means that a lot of people are playing because it's fucking cold outside. Everybody's playing the game. A lot more people are playing Little Things. And then, you know, this comes for sale. A lot more people are going to buy an E25. And then for like a couple of days, if not a week or two, matchmaking is going to be slightly fucked because a lot of people are going to be like, oh shit, OP E25. And the thing is as well, is that E25 is fairly easy to play, but it requires a little bit of finesse. But a lot of people will just YOLO and die. I've seen it like yesterday. So, I mean, I really don't agree with them selling it. But, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to say, like, I wish they would never sell it because I have one. So it's kind of hypocritical in some way. But I really wish they wouldn't. Like, I just think it's destructive for the game more than helpful at this point in 2017, nearing into 2018. And I would just wish they would bring out more interesting things instead of just rehashing this meme every Christmas, right? And I also think it's weird, but this is just a side note for me, is that why is everything the same in all the servers, but then day 6 we suddenly EU YOLOs, or Asia and NA YOLO? Doesn't make a lot of sense. So, do you want to pick it up? It is like fucking $50 or something like that. You know, yeah, it's roughly $50. 10% off is like, you know, kiss my ass. It's not much. It's just because of the personal reserves and XP. I don't even think this gold is discounted at all. So, you know, they're just raking in the cash here, basically, because everybody's gonna buy it again. And it will probably have a fairly negative effect on tier 5, 6, 7, and 8 matchmaking, even though those tiers are pretty fucked by the new matchmaking anyway. So yeah, if you wanna, you can maybe take advantage of this by playing tier 8. You can maybe risk playing tier 8 because you're gonna need more E25s, but you're probably gonna get fucked by tier 10s anyway, because 357 matchmaking was a great idea. So, in conclusion, I don't think it's a good idea to sell the E25. I think it's too disruptive for the matchmaking. And it's, again, it's always stupid that they sell it in bundles, right? Although, at the same time, you could almost be happy that they're selling it in a bundle, increasing the price, and thus limiting maybe the sales as well. You know, maybe we should look at on the bright side that they bundled this one so that, like, if this was 20 bucks, like, the whole fucking server would have one, right? So maybe that's a good thing. Anyway, I would love to hear your opinion on this in the comment section. Oh my god. Do you have one? Do you not have one? Are you gonna buy one? Just let me know what you guys think about it. It's the same every Christmas, apparently. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for day 7. We'll see what happens. Maybe the servers are finally splitting off in what they're selling, so we have a little bit more content to talk about instead of one tank a day. But yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. And like I said, leave a comment on what you think about the sale. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.